Okay, so here's part 2 of making a mother mold. What I've done is I've taken the first half, which is now dry, and peeled it off. Now, a lot of people are going to say, yeah, you shouldn't do that. Here's the reason why. What I did is I put saran wrap tucked into the inside of the outside of the mold, or the inside of the mold here, and then tucked it up over the edge all the way around, and then filled it with clay so it doesn't get any drippage on the inside. So the thinking on this is, and I've had molds do this, where you get it locked because it's seeped down through here, or over the top, and so you end up having to take a knife, X-Acto knife, and cut it, and then there's a possibility you could possibly nick the mold. In which case, I just recently had a mold that broke like that along the back of the helmet. It was tough to get the back part of it out, so I had to take a knife and actually nick the back of it. After about, I don't know, about 6 or 7 pulls, that ended up actually ripping right here and just ripped along the tire top end of the mold. So this is something I'm trying. If you guys have any suggestions, because there's a lot of different ways that people do molds, this is the way that I'm going to be trying now, and I've tried it in the past as well, and it's worked. So but anyways, my next step would be to actually lay fiberglass along here, lay it down along inside here to connect the existing fiberglass that I put on top here. So I'll be laying that down right now, and I'll be back soon. Okay, so here's after the coat of fiberglass. You can see it fits up against the cardboard frame on the Mohawk. So I'm going to let this dry overnight, and then because I've got the saran wrap on here, I can just kind of pull the bottom part here off of this. It creates a nice little barrier. As you can see here, it kind of pulls away from it. So the other good idea that I've heard is duct tape. You can use duct tape against the edge of this, because duct tape doesn't stick to fiberglass, or at least the front side doesn't usually. The other thing you can use is petroleum jelly on the inside of this, but that's a lot of smearing and a lot of mess. Not something I would want to try and do. So figured the saran wrap is the easiest that I've come across. And all you're doing is trying to get a basic form of this, so you can hold it steady while you're trying to hand rotocast the inside of the mold. So okay, so what I decided to do is actually, this thing's firmed up enough here that I can actually pull it off. So here we have one half of the mother mold, and then there's the other half. So what I've done is I've actually sprayed some silicone spray release agent on there, and I'm going to stick it back on there. So basically that's what you're left with on the other half. I got to fill in some top parts there and some other things, but for the most part it conforms to the whole thing. So give me 1 second and I will be right back with the other half. Okay, so here is the mother mold, both sides. So as you can see, it's done, finished, and both sides come apart easily. So that's it for tonight. I got to clamp this together here so it cures properly. As you can see, it's kind of still a little bit wobbly, but I'll be clamping that with some spring clamps along here for tonight, and then tomorrow I'll give you an update.